In Education in Arsenal, part 2. I'm here with Omar, Hassan and myself, Shaz. And we're just going to be talking about the Arsenal. Good result, boys. Aston Villa, beaten 2-1 at home.
Yeah, decent win. Showed character.
Yeah.
Fought back. Showed this character in the previous game against Fulham as well.
Absolutely, man.
Absolutely. The kind of game that we might have just drawn 1-1 usually. You know, last year, prior to that.
Yeah.
I think we showed a little bit more bottle, just getting ourselves back in after that equaliser.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's more sort of fact that they scored and we just instantly, within 2 minutes, boom, another goal.
Yeah.
Took control of the game. The only issue I have is, should we be scoring more and killing off the game earlier?
Yeah, for me, in the first half, we had 5-6 chances. We should have been 5-0 up.
Yeah,
Easily.
Easy.
And even if it's not 5-0, game should be dead.
Of course it should
At
be
least
dead.
2, probably 3.
Yeah.
Game should be.
But what I will say is, in previous years of Arsenal, if we've taken a 1-0 lead, I've always felt nervous that we're going to concede. When we concede, we're going to crumble. But this season so far, I mean, look, we've gone behind in a few games. We've had equaliser scored against us. We've come out with 15 points from 5 games.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my opinion, the Amazon
Documentary. Yeah.
really helped the fans. There was some transparency between the fans and the club and what was going on, and how Arteta took the role of the social media, the battering from the social media, but all he asked from the players is to play.
Yeah.
Well, last season they didn't show up, but this season there seems to be a better connection with the fans and the club.
And that's something we've not had for years. I mean, even going back to the Wenger days, you know, Wenger would constantly be backing the board, and the fans would be a bit confused as to, you know, why he's saying these things. It doesn't make sense. But with the documentary, I feel like there was a connection built between the Arsenal fans and the players.
Yeah.
Social media's obviously had a big impact on that as well, with the players getting involved with local businesses and things like that. But yeah, I mean, I attend the games and I can say, you know, even that corner went in. The only thing I could hear around that stadium were fans just chanting Arsenal. So
and
support is there.
We need fans getting back in the team, even when we concede, getting behind us. I think a lot of positive energy. I think we're liking all the new things as well. Jesus looking like the forward that we need.
What a player.
You know, compare that to last year. Got Aubameyang, Lacazette. Not fully convinced about the quality maybe of someone like a Lacazette. Maybe not fully convinced on the Aubameyang effort and commitment to the cause.
I mean, let's break down Jesus. He's got qualities of Lacazette. He can hold the ball up. The ball gets pinged into him. Fantastic first touch. Looks for the space. But then he also has that killer instinct of, get the ball to my feet, I will shoot, I will score.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Little moment yesterday in the game, I think it was still 0-0. We were coming up against them. Keeper pulled off a nice save. Jesus got the ball about 6 yards out.
Yeah.
Could have easily just turned and shot, but just that little bit of vision set up Tierney on the edge of the penalty area. Just like his decision making. He's an out-and-out forward when he wants to be, and he can finish, but at the same time, he can lay off the pass when he needs to. Already, we're 5 games in, he's got himself a few assists, I think, on top of scoring, which is an encouraging sign.
Yeah, and that's, you know, with Lacazette, it would have been, okay, cool, he holds the ball up, he distributes it, but he's never there where you need him to be. And in Aubameyang, he's a very isolated player, he's very one-dimensional, you've got to get the ball through to him. But with Jesus, it just seems give the ball to him in any position, whether it's in the air, whether it's at his feet, whether it's, you know, a through ball, and he just seems to get there. His work rate, his ethic, his hunger, his desire. It's just, I've not seen it since probably Alexis Sanchez.
Yeah, absolutely. Arsenal fans get behind that as well. See someone working really, really hard. I think that does a lot for everyone, doesn't it?
Yeah. The only thing for me, Saka, Martinelli.
Oof, let's talk about this.
I feel they get into amazing, you know, positions, and then they take that extra touch, and then it goes to nothing when it's like really dangerous. They're in a really dangerous position. Take 2-3 touches, and the danger's gone. Everyone's back. They defend. Ball's blocked. Start again.
But what I will say is, I know you're talking about the extra touch they take, but a lot of the time, what would happen is if they release the ball, there might not be something on. That extra touch, sometimes...
No, like, go for a shot.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I feel like Martinelli's definitely still building. I know Saka's been starting consistently, but I feel like nice to see Martinelli starting. I've wanted to see him get a consistent run of games for a while now.
What a talent.
You know, surprised me. I didn't know what was going on with him last year.
Absolutely.
But now he's getting it. I feel like he's going to gain that confidence. Decision making will improve a little bit. If you can get a bit of an understanding with Tierney on the left as well, I think that's a lethal combination. I think Tierney and Martinelli.
Yeah. I mean, let's head back into our new signings. One signing that's impressed me. I mean, you wouldn't say he's new, but he did sign permanently, and that's Martin Odegaard, our captain. Yeah. Wow, what a star boy! It makes you wonder how Real Madrid released him, despite how good he is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the touches that he does in such small spaces, just pivots, moves around, creates space, through ball, the striker's in.
Do we think he's a good pick, captain?
See, I think previously, I'm gonna stop talking about captains from beyond Henry. I'm gonna stop at Henry. Maybe Fabregas. Fabregas before, our captains, you'd say, were very vocal, very loud. You know, you got Adams, Vieira, Henry. These are captains you associate with Arsenal. And these are captains that would probably shout at you in the dressing room, would scream at you, pick you up. Of course they would with their words, but Odegaard's a bit different. I think what he does is he's a role model. Yeah. You know, our team is very young. He's very young. He's only 23.
Yeah.
And to have a captain at that age who has that much courage, I think just really helps the players. They look at him and be like, you know what, this is a kid who's probably younger than me, doing what he's doing at such a high level. I need to fix myself to be able to play with him, because if I'm not on the same wavelength as him, I'm not going to get in this team.
Yeah, I was watching the game yesterday, and Laca played yesterday, and I don't know, we didn't know how he's going to perform, but I did see Odegaard, communicating with him, telling him what to do, pass. That's what allowed the game flow. We didn't worry about Laca that much in the game. After that, and I did see that communication from him. So he is leading the way. Let's hope he continues.
Yeah, he's leading by example, and that's
absolutely
a good thing, I think that's more common with captains now as well, isn't it? You see people like Harry Kane at Tottenham, He's
I mean, I wouldn't want to be listening to him speak.
No, you probably wouldn't be able to understand what he's saying, but there you go. He's got to lead by example on the football pitch. But yeah, we've got Odegaard there. You've got to think as well the experience. The guy's been doing it now for what? He's been at Real Madrid for about 6-7 years, despite being 23. He's been Norway's captain for
we forget that
as well. So the guy, even though he's young, he's got a lot of experience behind him.
Yeah, exactly right. Zinni. No, he's not featured in the last 2 games, but wow, what an impact he's had since arrival.
Off the bench, from the bench as well. He's
oh wow.
He's the celebrations, everything.
Oh yeah, oh my god,
it's
that
encouraging to see that. Even Tierney's, he's playing, he's happy for the team. It shows that he's not grudging. Oh, I want my position back. Oh no, I need to work hard. It's just.
But at the same time, I think there is that. Maybe he's not showing it, but I know for a fact that in his head he's thinking, that's my position, and I'm keeping that position. When I'm back fully fit, I'm going to do what I need to do to keep that position. When it's up to Tierney, right, it's good. We need companionship. We need a good, healthy dressing room. But at the same time, if you're not challenging each other, you're not going to perform, are you?
And we need more of that, don't we? We need more than one player in a position who's top quality. And you think Zinchenko, he's been doing amazing for Ukraine, playing in centre mid as well.
Yeah.
So there's options there. If we could have him come in, be versatile, a couple of different roles.
Yeah,
it's always good to have that.
And I think that's probably why Mikel's probably persisting with White at right back, because what's happening is in attack, those 3 centre halves making that blockade, allowing Zinchenko, Saka on that wing just to bomb forward, and that Zinchenko's. You're talking about Martinelli and Tierney, Omar, but the first few games, Zinchenko and Martinelli were phenomenal together.
Yeah. You were talking about challenging each other. I really want to see Saka be challenged.
Oh yeah.
We need to get a player. Yeah. I know Marquinhos plays in that, but Saka might win in that department.
Yeah,
but
I mean, listen, we've got 10.5 hours left to the windows. Windows over.
So I hope we get
boys. If we had a Freaky Friday, or what day is it today? Freaky Thursday. Swap bodies with a do. You've got 10 hours to go. You've got money in the bank. You bring in one player, just one player, anyone. Who you bringing in on transfer deadline day?
Now, do we have a budget? What are we talking?
Ooh, let's say no budget.
No budget?
No budget, one player.
Right.
Where do we need him? Who do we need?
What we need to do is, I think we do a swap deal with Man City, Jesus and Haaland. And
I'll take it. Yeah, definitely.
I'm looking at a fix because we've gone down this Project Youth, which is fine. We've signed Marquinhos. He's obviously going to have a few games in the under-21s and flourish into the right winger that we want. I'm looking for here and now, and we need to challenge for that top 4 spot. And there's one player who stood out for me so far this season. I know he might be on the wrong wing, but Wilfried Zaha. I mean, he scored a fantastic goal against Brentford yesterday.
And Emery was interested in him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, we've had interest in him since 2018.
Before Pepe.
Boys, let's go back. I mean, I know we don't want to dwell on bad transfers, but I could have spent that Pepe money and had Zaha in for a couple of years now. That's one that didn't go the way we wanted, right?
Not at all. But back to the question. Let's not dwell on the past. We're moving forward here. Hassan, what do you think? Who are you buying? I know you're not allowed to say Douglas Ruiz. Luis.
No, I'm actually going to say Tielemans because looking at that midfield, we've already lost 2. We're nervous about Lokonga, and we haven't even played Europa League games yet. We haven't played Vieira, we haven't played Smith Rowe, so yeah, I think Tielemans would be, a sturdy replacement or like addition to the team, just to bring that strength and not to worry about too many
injuries
as well, because injuries will come. We've already got like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Omar.
Do you know what I was tempted to say, Tielemans? I think it'd be a great signing. But I think looking at places where we could do with a player, again, like centre mid, right wing, we could definitely do with someone. Yeah. Mine's going to be a bit left field here. I'm thinking maybe in right back. I like Tomiyasu. Cedric, I do like him in bits, but I feel like we need more strength. And I really like Rangers captain James Tavernier.
Wow.
He is a player. I think he's one of those who probably goes under the radar because he's at Rangers.
I will say he's 31 years old.
Yeah, and I feel like, if you could just bring in, like, you want someone with a bit of experience. Yeah. That guy is tough.
Yeah.
He's real fit.
He is.
He gets up and
runs,
down.
Free kicks, penalties.
Absolutely.
Deadball specialist.
Yeah, that's it. He's ticks a lot of boxes. I wouldn't be willing to spend too much on him, but someone like that, I think.
But wouldn't you say that? I personally think we're sorted in that position. I understand, Tomiyasu is probably the go-to guy. He's not fully fit yet. Yeah. But White's been there for 5 games. He's not put a single foot wrong. And the system Arteta's playing is, we're in that attacking position. He wants that fullback to come almost as to an inverted midfielder or as a centre-half. And that's what White's doing. And yeah, Cedric's probably not great. But do you really think we need a right-back?
That's the thing that's worrying. I really like Ben White. I think it's a nice idea to have someone at right back who can really give us cover. But I think the longer we go on, the better we play, the more we're going to need to try and make use of all of our players. So what you're probably going to see is that we're going to have a lot of teams playing on the counter. They're going to put 10 men behind the ball. And eventually you're going to want someone overlapping. Same way we want Zinchenko and Tierney on that left, providing Martinelli with something, overlapping. Yeah. I feel like on the right, you might start to see that we don't need that defensive cover as much as we need someone who bombs forward, can put crosses in. Because that problem with Saka and Martinelli, I feel like also they're not natural wingers on their sides. They're not used to just getting to the byline. They need that overlap. So if we can get someone who provides that. And I like Tomiyasu. Am I 100% convinced I want him to play game in, game out? I'm not sure yet. I hope it gets to that. But I like Ben White. It's a lot of players over there, a lot of positions to fill, but it's a nice problem to have. But let's see how it goes. I hope that Ben White can keep progressing. I hope he can make that right back position his, but still time.
All right, boys, let's wrap it up. Man United on Sunday, 4:30 kickoff at Old Trafford, the theatre of nightmares. Not dreams as of yet.
Predictions?
I'd be happy with a draw with the injuries that we have. I would be pushing for a win, but I'll be happy with a draw. 2-2, 3-3 bit, whatever. A draw.
Over.
Well, I saw Brentford beat them 4-0.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping we can sneak a win here.
But then you did also see Man United get a win against Liverpool.
Yeah, I did. I conveniently forgot about that, to be fair.
They do turn up. against big teams.
They do.
Yeah.
Especially in Old Trafford.
It's going to mean a lot to them. They're going to have the crowd behind them.
Yep, but just on the back of a massive win as well. I mean, they're playing tonight. Hopefully, they lose.
Yeah.
I feel like we've got the momentum. Even though they picked up a couple of wins, we're on a great run, 5 wins in a row. We're looking pretty dangerous right now. I'm going to be hopeful. I'm going to say, let's grind out a 1-0.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the win as well. I think we have it in us. This is a test of our character. Can we overcome a big 6 team away from home? It's been a while since we've won at least half of our big 6 at least 3 or 5 of our away games. I think this is a good opportunity. Strike while they're weak, strike while we're strong. I'm going to say, I think we'll keep a clean sheet. It's been a while since we kept a clean sheet. A few errors in defence, but I'm confident in the boys. I'm going to go 2-0.
Yeah. But I hope so. I hope it's 2-0.
I hope it is, yeah. Well, we'll see you guys next week. We'll be discussing the Man United match. Hopefully we'll be talking about a few new transfers that have come in.
Yep.
Maybe a few outgoings.
Will there be Europa next week as well?
I'm not sure if it's the week after. But yeah, soon we'll be discussing European football. I don't think we're going to be able to pronounce the names correctly of the team, so bear with us.
We'll work on that.
Yeah, absolutely. But Omar, Hassan, pleasure as always.
Thanks,
See you guys
Shaz.
next week. Up the Arsenal!